Hello everybody, this is Tyler James coming at you from Riggs Cat. So this will make our third SIS2 video that I've done. Today we're going to do a little bit more on the service side. Before we've stayed on the parts quite a bit, just some basic parts searching and stuff like that. Today I'm going to run through a couple things on the service side, maybe help you out a little bit. So other than that, let's get started. So I'm going to use a motor grader serial number right here. I'm going to use an N9M333, just a motor grader, and I'm going to hit navigate. So remember, navigate, system components, search, more like documentation. So we'll hit navigate, and if we let it load a little bit, we'll see we've got parts, repair, and service for tabs up here. You're probably wondering, well, we know what the parts does, but we're wondering kind of what the repair and the service is like. Today I'm going to show you a little bit about that. Service, I'm going to start out by clicking it, and we see really it looks just like our documentation page on SysWeb that we're used to. So if we were coming down, we wanted to get to testing and adjusting. We come down, testing and adjusting, engine, testing and adjusting, system operations. We got our two options. We click testing and adjusting, and there we go. We get all of it. So this is really follows along with kind of like what SysWeb that we're used to, just old school Sys looks like. So I don't want to spend just a whole lot of time within it. And the one big thing I do want to say with is once you get through, or you get in there and you're really breaking this down, finding the stuff you're needing to find, let's just get to something. Well, we've still got everything right here that we can just kind of, while we're on the same page, scroll down, find something else. And we've also got the back button. So we can kind of reverse our action, just kind of go back using the back button without having to start all over. So that is something nice about it. So now then, like I said, don't want to spend too much time because we should be used to this in the documentation side, breaking things down like this. So I want to head over here to this repair tab. This repair tab's kind of cool. So if you've got this repair tab, you got a machine right here, you click down, and you can see we get different PM schedules. So this is kind of like the planned maintenance check sheet and SysWeb under the advanced or the additional service links. This is what this reminds me of. So if I come down and I hit on PM4, you can see I get all the filters, everything that I need to do, what all SOSs I need to take, and any other special things that are called for on a PM4. So one other thing I wanna touch on right here is, you know, SIS2 doesn't necessarily have a for sure filter search. But one thing we can do to maybe get around that, there's a couple things, but this is one thing. So if it's got the repair tab, we can come down, hit repair, go to PM4, and just about every time that's going to have all the filters, all the part numbers right here that we need to go along with them filters. So this is one area that everything is kind of combined into one on. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so from here, I'm just going to kind of ease back into this service tab. And I'm going to go to schematic. I'm going to go to electrical. Keep on coming down. And you notice I have this screen. Some of y'all screens, it might actually pull the schematic up. Others is going to look like this. And to get the schematic to open, I have to click this right here. I click here. And what it's actually doing is it's opening up the schematic into a PDF for me. So I'm not having to, you know, scroll down to see everything. It's opening it up into just a good old PDF schematic, which that's the way I like it. So that's kind of the way that I have it set up. But let me close this out. And if you like that, how it's set up like that to open up into a PDF instead of like the Google Chrome version of it, I'll show you how to do that real quick. It's real simple. So we come up here to these little dots, which is the menu button. We click there. We can go to settings. From there we hit privacy and security. We get site settings. We click right there. And we can come down and we can hit this PDF documents. And you can see how mine's turned on. That's how you want it to be if you want your schematics to open up into a PDF document. So there's that little bit. Just want to show you all that. I know that really helped me out on schematics because I really like my PDF schematics. That's the way I like to run them, so that's how I have mine set up. Now then, I'm going to go back to the parts page, and I'm going to make sure I've got my product configuration right, and I do. So right here from parts, just under the As Shipped screen, where I've got my service letters, TMI, SIMSI, and all that, kind of like As Shipped. I'm just going to look for a camshaft real quick. So engine, basic engine, camshaft, bam, right there. So now then, we're on our parts page. Well, we've got this service, we still got the service tab right here, but now we've got a service articles tab. Well, I'm going to hit on that service articles tab, and you can see now I've got my disassembly and assembly, specs, service magazines, testing and adjusting. I basically have all the service articles that have to do with this camshaft all in one place. Now, normal SysWeb had this. It was down here in the lower left-hand corner or under related information. But I like this better because not only does it show that it's got DNA or it's got service magazines or reuse and salvage, but it actually lists out what's actually under those categories. So now instead of clicking on each one and then reading through there, I can just kind of read through all of them at once and see what I need to click on, see what's pertaining to me right now or not pertaining to me right now. So I really like that, how that's kind of built in. But from here, I'm just going to click on one. So I'm going to click on this camshaft, remove and install. And you can see, it takes me right here to it. And it basically brings me to the service tab. And I can go anywhere else in there that I need to go. But if I ever need to get back to my parts breakdown, I just hit this parts tab, right back to where I was. I need to get back to service, I go right back to where I was at in service. So I really like the idea of that. And for me, that's how I look up a lot of my service information, is under the parts and kind of going about it that way. So if I was looking for, specs on a crankshaft, starting out just from the beginning, I would probably come this way. You come down, click on basic engine, come down, find crankshaft. We click on crankshaft, and then here's all my service articles right here. So I like how it breaks it down that way. I think that's a real easy way to break it down. So hopefully that works good for y'all too. Let's see, a couple other things I want to hit on the service real quick is, let's just start back from the home screen, and I'm going to just use a ADE serial number, AD565, and I'm just going to type in engine. We're going to work on the engine. Don't know what we're going to do yet with it, but let's just type in engine. We'll hit search or hit enter. And you see we get this right here. We get lots of different results. We get over 1,700 results. But we can actually narrow this down quite a bit. So say we're just looking for disassembly and assembly on that engine. We can come right there. We can hit apply. And it's going to break it down right here. So it's going to have everything engine. So we can even break this down further. Say we're just looking for the air inlet and exhaust system on this engine. That's all we're really kind of working on. But we want to see what's all out there under disassembly. So we can click this box too. We can hit apply. And now we're down to 3 results. So it's really something that can filter the results down, make things easier to find. So I really think that's a good deal there. Pretty cool thing. And capabilities are endless. Just get on here, play around with it. After you get the basics, knowing kind of what everything does, I mean, it's endless what all you can figure out on things and what all these buttons does and how they work. So it's really cool. Now then, this search bar, not only can I look up parts, but I can also look up codes. And then I can filter them out through, I can only look at troubleshooting, or I can look at TIBs on that code or service letters, all by just typing in the code, serial number, and filtering things out. So there's a lot of different uses for this right here. One cool thing about it, it's just like advanced full text search, is I can just type in engine, and I don't even have to put a serial number in. And I can hit search or enter, and it's going to bring me almost 1 million results for everything that's listed out there. From there, I can kind of break it down by machine, and I can actually use this all the way down to the prefix of a machine. So, like I said, there's all kinds of filter options out there. But I know we just covered a lot in really a short amount of time. So, hope it wasn't too fast for you. Hope you got something out of it. But for now, that's all I've got. Thank y'all for watching, and we will see y'all later.